Hi friends, in this video we will learn about typecasting. Typecasting or type conversion is the process of converting the data type of an object from one type to another. For example, converting an int into a string or changing something which is immutable like a tuple into a list which can be modified. There are two kinds of typecasting supported in Python: implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting is something which is already taken care of by the Python interpreter. It automatically converts the data type without the need of user intervention while evaluating expressions after determining the final data type. For example, let us take A as 1, which is of int type, and B as 2.0, which is of float type. We assign C equal to the sum of A and B. The Python interpreter automatically determines the final type of C as float behind the scenes. As compared to implicit typecasting, when the type conversion is explicitly specified by the user using the various built-in functions, it is known as explicit typecasting. Int, float, str, list, tuple, and set are some of the built-in functions which can be used for explicit typecasting. Let us go through each of these functions in detail, starting with the int function. Int function can be used to convert any boolean, floating point number, or a string containing integer characters with or without sign into an integer. For example, the boolean true is a subtype of int and it gets converted into the integer value 1. A floating point number 2.3 is converted into the integer 2, which is the integer part of the number. A string containing digits is also converted into the corresponding integer. The function float can be used to convert any boolean, integer, or a string containing floating point literals into a floating point number. For example, the boolean value true is converted into the corresponding real number 1.0. An integer is converted to a real number with fractional part as 0. Strings containing floating point literals are also converted into the corresponding floating point numbers as shown here for -2.3, 3.14 e minus 10, and 10. The str function converts any Python object into the corresponding string. For example, the integer 2 is converted into a string containing the numeric character 2. A list containing some items gets converted into a textual representation of the list. Let us now go through some sequence typecasting functions like list and tuple. The list function can be used to create a list from any iterable like string, tuple, set, or range. For example, the string hello is converted into a list comprising each individual characters of the string. Similarly, a tuple or a set containing the items 1, 2, 3, 4 is also converted into a list containing the same items. A range object can also be converted into a list of integer sequence as per the given range, which in this case is 0 to 6, excluding the upper bound. Just like the list function, the tuple function can also be used to create a tuple from any iterable like string, list, set, or range. For example, the string hello is converted into a tuple comprising each individual characters of the string. Similarly, a list or a set containing the items 1, 2, 3, 4 is also converted into a tuple containing the same items. A range object can also be converted into a tuple of integer sequence as per the given range, which in this case is 0 to 6, excluding the upper bound. A set is an unordered collection of distinct items, which can be created from any iterable like string, list, tuple, or range using the set function. For example, the string hello is converted into a set containing unique characters of the string. In this case, as the character L is repeated in the string, it occurs only once in the set. Also, the characters do not occur in the same order as it is present in the string. A list or a tuple containing the items 1, 2, 3, 4 is also converted into a set containing the same items. A range object can also be converted into a set of integer sequence as per the given range, which in this case is 0 to 6, excluding the upper bound.